In April 1985, the Coca Cola Company unveiled a bold new formula, dubbing it New Coke, a move that would ignite one of the most infamous marketing missteps in corporate history. The launch came at a time when Coca-Cola's market share had been slipping for years, and the company hoped a sweeter taste would reclaim lost ground. But would this daring reformulation truly win over a loyal fan base? The answer would soon become a national conversation. Behind the scenes, Project Kansas, led by marketing vice president Sergio Zyman and Coca-Cola USA president Brian Dyson, orchestrated the taste test strategy that suggested consumers preferred a sweeter cola, even over Pepsi. Blind tests had shown this preference, prompting executives to believe the new formula would dominate the market. Yet, a small but vocal segment of testers felt betrayed by the change. How would this hidden dissent surface once the product hit shelves? On April 23, 1985, New Coke rolled out nationwide, with production of the original formula halted that very week. The new cans bore gold-colored tops, while bottles displayed red caps, and bright yellow stickers warned shoppers of the change. The company even staged a press conference at New York City's Lincoln Center, yet the event faltered under the weight of public scrutiny. Would the striking packaging be enough to sway skeptical consumers? Within days, market research revealed that 80% of Americans were aware of the reformulation, and the company's stock rose immediately after the announcement. Yet the public reaction was far from celebratory. The company hotline 1800 gets the OK swamped with over 1,500 calls per day, far exceeding the usual 400. Over 40,000 letters expressed anger and disappointment. Could the surge of backlash force Coca-Cola to reconsider its gamble? Grassroots opposition coalesced when Gay Mullins founded the Old Cola Drinkers of America on May 28, rallying nostalgic fans and amassing over 60,000 phone calls to the company. Simultaneously, Cherry Coke debuted alongside New Coke, attempting to diversify the brand's portfolio. Yet the growing dissent hinted at a deeper cultural attachment to the original formula. Would this organized resistance be enough to bring back the classic taste? Just 3 months after the rollout, Coca-Cola quietly reintroduced the original formula under the label Coca-Cola Classic, while New Coke persisted in limited markets. Sales data showed an 8% uplift in cities where New Coke was sold, and 3/4 of surveyed respondents claimed they would purchase it again. Yet the company faced a paradox. The new product performed well in some metrics, but public sentiment remained hostile. How would the corporation reconcile these conflicting signals? In early 1986, Coca-Cola shifted its marketing focus back to youth, launching the Max Headroom Catch the Wave campaign, with Matt Frewer replacing Bill Cosby as the brand's spokesman. The ads, produced by McCann Erickson New York and directed in part by Ridley Scott, quickly captured teenage attention, with 76% of teens hearing the new mascot after the first flight. Could this fresh face help the company move beyond the New Coke controversy? By 1990, New Coke was rebranded as Coke 2 and tested in Spokane, Washington, offering 16-ounce cans with a 4-ounce free giveaway and a "We've Got Your Number" radio push. Initial market share rose to 4% before slipping to 2.3%, and the product gradually faded, lingering only in scattered Northwest markets by 1998. What led to the eventual decision to discontinue Coke 2 entirely in July 2002? The saga resurfaced in May 2019 when Coca-Cola announced a limited-run re-release of New Coke to promote the third season of Netflix's Stranger Things. About 500,000 cans were produced, sold primarily online, and the sudden demand crashed the company's website, prompting apologies across social media. The revival also appeared in select vending machines in New York and Los Angeles, sparking nostalgic buzz. Did this nostalgic flashback finally settle the debate over the original reformulation? Critics and commentators reflected on the legacy. BuzzFeed described the 2019 version as nice and refreshing, while Food and Wine noted its sweeter and smoother profile, almost syrupy yet pleasant. Mother Jones' Tim Murphy argued that New Coke had ultimately won the war after losing the battle, as non-classic products now dominate Coca-Cola's sales. Does this final assessment rewrite the narrative of a failed experiment into a long-term strategic victory? From its 1985 debut to its 2019 revival, New Coke's journey illustrates how a single formula change can spark public outrage, reshape branding strategies, and eventually become a cultural touchstone. While the original backlash forced a swift return to the classic taste, the later re-release showed that nostalgia can turn controversy into profitable nostalgia. So, what truly happened when Coca Cola rewrote its own history? The answer lies in a blend of market data, consumer emotion, and the enduring power of a brand's identity.